Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ming Chen from Comic Book Ben, and you're listening to Best Threesome Ever. Find Best Threesome Ever on Facebook. Search Best Threesome Ever. That's 3 with the number 3. It is my favorite podcast.
Welcome to Best Threesome Ever, a podcast discussing all things revolving around nerdy pop culture. Probably not what you were expecting, but it's just as fun. Now here are your hosts, Nick, Rob, and Kevin.
Only the Avicii one. If you close your eyes, emotional damage, emotional damage, emotional. That one, love it.
All right, welcome to Best Threesome Ever, episode 148, brought to you by Roll Goods and Games and Chambered Wines. I'm Big Nicky.
I'm Rob.
Oh, come on. I was going to do something with the last 3 letters of my order, Vin. I was going to go with a Vinny thing, and this was not the time to stand your ground, Rob.
It was.
This is
and
not. This was not the time to stand your ground.
Say your fucking name, and I will explain it.
No.
Moments passed. Here we are. Sorry, a little New York thing. A little New York.
Okay. So I will explain what just happened and why I'm just a little peeved at him right now. Earlier today, I texted him and said, hey, you know what you should do? Because I thought it was a funny idea that I had. You should do an NPR voice, and we'll just do sort of like a smooth jazz thing. And he comes out with that. And so that was...
He did just get back from New York. I think you expected too much.
Yeah,
I
did like your idea, but I was like...
In a couple of weeks...
Yeah.
Welcome to Best Threesome Ever.
Yeah.
Brought to you by...
Yeah, we can
The
always
temperature today is 56.
I wasn't trying to put your thing down. I got back from New York. I just figured it was...
Yeah. No, I get it now.
And that temperature is not false either. It is warm and scrumptious out.
It sure is.
It's nice out. I like it. Yeah, here we are, back with another wonderful, exciting episode. I'm done traveling for a while, at least until July. So,
That's fair.
yeah. Apparently, I miss all the cold weather. I leave when it gets really fucking cold and come back when it gets nice and warm. So,
I want you to know that my wallet hates you.
okay. My wallet hates me too.
Fair enough. No, my wallet hates you specifically because you went off to fucking Jamaica and shit and got all sorts of fun sun and ocean time.
Yes, sir.
And that put ideas in people's heads.
Which people there?
Hey, whatever. Tell her we're going to fucking Florida next year. Make her happy.
It may have been Joanna. So we're planning a trip to Cancun next February.
What? You fucking cocksucker. I guess he's out of it.
What about Best Threesome Ever? Did we lose me? I feel like we lost me.
Maybe.
No, you're there. You just can't hear you. Yeah.
Ooh. There we
There.
go. Best Threesome Ever at Disney.
I will figure it out and make it work.
Ugh.
No worries. We'll schedule it.
I will be
differently.
happy if they come to Florida first, spend a couple days with us, and then go to Cancun.
That's the plan.
You can't drive to... Well, I guess you can drive to Cancun.
Not easily.
Yeah.
Sucks a little. A lot. Just because of the border.
Yeah, it would suck a lot. I wouldn't want to drive.
And everything in between.
Right. Yeah, if you go in February...
Here, there, everywhere.
You're going right before spring break, so you should be okay-ish.
Yeah, no, that's the idea is that we go before all of the people, all the assholes show up, so the prices are low.
Yeah.
So
I figured the best way to do the Florida thing would be just a fucking Airbnb. Split it.
yeah.
Anyways, that's a whole year away.
Yeah.
So, William Hurt died.
He did.
That's sad. Sad
He
news.
did, and I don't know why, but it kind of slipped my brain until you said it.
Yeah. Well, it kind of was like nobody really talked about it. It's kind of like, oh, he died. And
I saw it all over my timeline. I don't know what loser friends you have.
and I saw it a couple times, and that was about it. Yeah, so William Hurt, General Ross, as most people probably know him, Oscar-winning actor.
Never got to see him as Red Hulk.
No, never did. Never will now.
No. You know what he won his Oscar for? Do anybody know?
Oh, God. Children of God? Children of a Lesser God. No?
Negative.
What did he win his Oscar for? Was it broadcast news?
Nope.
No, I know he didn't win his Oscar.
Kiss the Spider-Woman.
Oh,
1985. Never saw the movie, but I knew he was in it. But Yeah, won Best Actor, nominated a couple other times, but yeah,
Yep.
there you go. So that's sad. So I wonder, well, since the Avengers are kind of done, General Ross's character is kind of not needed?
Well, I mean, She-Hulk is coming out.
Oh, right,
Though,
yeah.
I assume he's going to be in it and that he already filmed all of the scenes.
Probably, since already,
Yeah.
From what I understand,
One would
the trailer's done.
yeah. Also,
If he's in it at all.
they'll Grand Moff Trunken him.
I am fairly certain I saw him
On a
listed.
thing. Oh,
I
okay.
would imagine he probably would be, huh?
That makes sense.
Wow.
Excellent actor. Amazing pedigree even before Marvel.
Amazing actor despite Marvel.
Yes, that's fair. But I think it's fair to mention that he is an amazing actor, an Academy Award winner, and was in a relationship with Marlee Matlin, which was not great.
He didn't treat her great? I don't
Yeah,
know.
it was a little abusive, apparently.
Maybe he's not.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
not to knock the guy while he's down, so to speak.
Jesus.
Just even, sorry.
Well, let's move on. Kind of similar news. Did you guys hear that HBO Max and Disney Plus were merging into one main streaming service by the end of the year? Which I don't understand because they're two completely different franchises.
Who?
Disney Plus and HBO Max.
No.
Yes.
No, that's where did you get this?
You know, Rob, if you would go into our saved group, you would see all of
that's a
these
good
wonderful fucking things.
Hold on.
You could read up on all these stories from Nerdist.com. It was reported, so I'm assuming it's pretty reliable.
I mean, that's Nerdist. That's
Two streaming for it collide.
I think you mean Discovery Plus, not Disney Plus.
Oh, sorry, Discovery Plus.
oh, that
Those
makes
are so
much-
different. Yes, I did hear about
Yeah.
that. What the fuck, Nick?
I read it. I read Discovery. I wrote down Disney. I don't know what I was thinking.
Oh my god.
Classic Nick.
Oh, that was that was a fucking roller coaster ride, my friend.
But still, Discovery Plus is. I mean, it's not. It's
It's got some fun cooking shows and some ghost shows, and that's all I care about it for.
right. Well, it's like the
That's
Travel Channel, the Cooking, Food Network. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be like an Oprah, not an Oprah thing, HBO thing.
90s techno hits about animal sex.
Yeah, that too.
It took Rob a second.
Yeah. Sorry, Discovery
Sir.
Plus.
What the fuck is Bloodhound Gang doing now?
Cocaine, I assume. I don't know.
Blow off a stripper's ass. I don't know.
They're a techno band. Are they not just handed that upon signing?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Discovery.
Google labels them as a rock band. That's generous.
Well, yeah. What were we?
I was looking up if they're still active or not.
Oh, sure.
Years active, 1988 to 2015. What were they doing in 2015?
What were they doing in 1988?
Hip hop. Yeah, they started as a hip hop group.
Well, I knew that.
Well, you made a face like you didn't.
Fair enough.
Good content today, boys. How we doing?
just surprised that they were around before their big song,
Yeah.
and not just before, but well before.
I feel like my older brother had one of their albums.
I feel like they didn't they do a theme song to something, a show. No, maybe not.
Are you thinking of Bowling for Soup, who did the theme song to Phineas and Ferb?
No,
Okay.
no, I'm not.
Well, in case you were wondering, the theme song to Phineas and Ferb was done by Bowling for Soup.
I don't even know what that is. I'm assuming some kind of TV show.
Did that just pop into your head and you felt like trying to make that association? That did not even occur to me that that's what he could have been thinking about.
I don't know how my brain connected that, but yeah, that's what happened.
I guess my news wasn't as big as I thought it was, so I guess we'll move on to.
Classic.
It's okay, man. It's just like I didn't.
Because I thought I was. Never mind. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, good content. A couple actors were added to the boys list. Laurie Holden from Walking Dead fame and other things, but mostly Walking Dead. Coming in as a Crimson Countess, which is their version of Scarlet Witch. And then Jensen
Ackles.
Yeah, a Soldier Boy.
They're Captain America.
Soldier Boy. Isn't there a song called?
Yes, there is.
Well, there's a hip hop artist called Soldier Boy.
Yeah.
Whose big song was
Run Tell 'em, something like that.
Yeah, it was Soldier Boy, Run Tell 'em.
Yeah, I just remember the World of Warcraft version. I really like that one. The Druid Boy. Yeah, I keep.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta.
It hates me. It's so crispy.
I think it hates all of us.
Maybe a little. It's okay. Ooh,
Needs to get.
I'm a little spicy over here. it sounds like.
I'm excited about Laurie Holden because I did not care for her character in The Walking Dead, but that does not stop her from being a good actress. And I think she'll be cool. I don't give a shit about Jensen Ackles. Him or his fake grumbly Batman voice that he has in every show and tries to convince us is real, and I don't fucking buy it.
Fair enough.
I look like I should sound like Justin Bieber, but I'm here for vengeance. Shut up, Jensen Ackles. Nobody cares. Supernatural sucked. I tried. I tried watching it so many times.
I got through the first 5 seasons.
You did far better than me. I couldn't do it. His voice annoyed me. His face annoys me. So I really look forward to hating his character.
Fair enough. That is not the character from that show that I would have expected you to dislike. Because Jared Padalecki was right there.
But, see, the thing is with Jared Padalecki, his stupid face matches his stupid voice.
Sure.
Whereas it grated me. And I think it's why I couldn't like the show is every time he spoke, I'm like, this can't be real. This is not your real voice. Stop it.
I mean, I think it changed dramatically over the series, but early on, it felt genuine.
I don't know.
But maybe not. I don't know.
Well, speaking of vengeance, we'll be doing a happy ending for the Batman at the end of this episode.
We sure will.
How's that for fucking segues and transitions?
It's pretty good.
It's perfect.
Whatever. Laura Holden was fine on Walking Dead. I agree with you. Her character didn't do much for me on the show. I had probably one of the not one of the better death scenes, but
she died way earlier than she did in the comics.
Yes,
I think they're using the storyline for the lawyer girl that and her brother that was supposed to be, I think, Laurie's sister or something like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm thinking of Michonne's daughter.
I don't know,
or a combination of the two. Either way, from what I recall, I've only read smatterings of the comics, but Saber has read the whole kit and caboodle.
Wow.
But,
I'm impressed. She did have a sister, and then her sister died, and then they thought when we thought Laurie's character was going to die, that is when she ran into Michonne, and Michonne was introduced at the end of season, and then she died the following season.
At the end of season 2, I thought.
Is that it? No.
Yeah, Michonne came in earlier than you think.
Yeah.
Because she saved Laurie, and then season 3 was Laurie and Michonne best friend hour, and then I don't think Laurie survived season 3.
Right, she was running from the house, right?
Yeah, because I got involved with the governor.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
Yeah, I was going to say because I only got to season 3 of Walking Dead, and Michonne was already in by then.
Yeah. Well, it's all blends together to me. I don't know. It's a very long run of a show that I lost interest in.
That's fair.
Honestly, this most recent season has been their best in years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I watched the first half of it. I just haven't watched the second half of it.
Well, I'm currently on. So.
I'm caught up to the point where, spoilers, I guess, Alpha's not there anymore, and Beta is about to surround the church with all the zombies.
You are not cut up, my friend. That was last season.
No, wasn't that the end of... No, whatever. I guess I'm missing all of the season then. Okay.
You can't see it, but I'm giving Nick a very judging look while nodding and shaking my head accordingly to what he's saying. Because you know what we love on this show? Visual gag on an audio podcast. That was pretty.
That was very nice.
I was going to see if I could go for a harmony, but I don't know if it was going to work.
It needs a harmony. Maybe later. Yeah, so there's that. I'm going to change segments here to what we've been watching. I've been watching the Our Flag Means Death.
Oh, me too.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't think Nick likes it. I do.
I don't.
That's too bad.
Is it because of all the wieners?
No. It's a very, very loose storyline that at first I was like, hey, they captured this captain. Oh, then they killed him. What happened to the rest of the ship? Because they don't really explain it until a couple episodes later when they're like, oh, yeah, he slaughtered. They killed the entire fucking ship.
The captain only came over on a little dinghy.
I know, but the entire ship, they'd be like, where's... Like, all of a sudden, the next episode, they have these captives. The ship would have chased him down and killed him. The ship that the captain came from.
Who cares?
Because
it's a comedy.
I get
it is
that.
a spoof and a comedy.
It's very spoofy. It is super spoofy.
Those who don't know, it's about Stede Bonnet, the gentleman pirate.
Yeah, we talked about
it. Okay, I wasn't sure if we had...
We have.
You expect me to remember things?
Sorry.
It's not like I listen to this shit.
He's got you there.
Yeah, but I'm usually the one that doesn't remember things properly. I would expect you guys to remember that.
We move segments a lot.
That's
But I'm liking it. I think it's stupid and fun, and I'm having a good time.
Maybe it's
because you and I both have a love of pirate
Absolutely.
culture, but I'm able to kind of compartmentalize this shit and just be like, you know what, it's stupid fun. Who cares?
And I like how Blackbeard is in a pirate-esque fucking
Bat suit.
No,
Oh.
Mad Max suit. It's totally Mad Max.
Yeah, kind of.
And it just seems like Taika Waititi invited all his friends and be like, hey, we're going to do this thing together.
Yeah.
We should all do this thing. It'd be fun.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
I mean...
Didn't we kind of already do that? Look at camera.
Haven't we just... maybe it's just me, but have you not noticed that Taika Waititi is the 21st century Kevin Smith?
It's true.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Uh-huh. He just does whatever the hell he wants and tells his friends to come by and show up.
I feel his is slightly more successful.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah. Kevin Smith had a heyday.
Not to put down Kevin Smith. I love Kevin Smith. But
No, he had a heyday.
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
sure did.
Though, with the Kevin Smith connection, he's been in a bunch of Kevin Smith projects. He has the... like a cleft palate, I think, because he has that real severe lisp. He was the bartender in Dogma, and
Oh, that guy.
yeah, he plays Black Pete on the show.
Oh, okay.
And so that's your own little Kevin Smith connection right there.
Nice.
And he's phenomenal.
I'm waiting for them to
He's one
make
of my favorite characters.
I'm
easily.
waiting. Because I know they could probably do it. I'm waiting for him to make a Game of Thrones reference, especially with Hodor. Hey man, hold that door. I just want to.
I'm waiting for it too. I want him to be in it more.
I do too. His little cat. I'm a cat. Meow. I was like, that's fucking hilarious.
Hodor, I need Hode more.
Right, and then that one guy that was the prince guy from the place.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You got it.
The guy who he takes as his scribe that draws pictures in the book. That guy. He was in Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah, he was a prince that Daenerys was going to marry from the rich town, the slavers, and then she ended up beheading him, or the dragons ate him.
Are you talking about the gay guy?
No,
I was going to say, because no, he fucking was not.
yes, but this guy was.
The real smart one, dark skin.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean it's. I'll watch it once and then I'll be done with it. I think.
I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
I mean, who has time to rewatch shows anymore?
Right. With all the shows that keep coming out and all the stuff, the new properties keep coming up. What are you guys thinking of Discovery and Picard so far?
Well, I still haven't started Discovery. But
I'm glad that the plot finally decided to show up to Discovery.
Yeah.
Because it started real strong, and then it's been filler ever since. And now something is finally happening. And if Tilly doesn't come back for the finale, I'm going to cry.
Yeah.
I don't like that she's been gone. I don't appreciate it. She's the heart of the show. Picard fucking rocks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Picard, it is a slap fest.
Yeah.
More importantly, like, it has not taken its foot off the throttle once yet.
No.
It's just been to the floor the whole fucking show. Like, okay, fair enough. Whoopi Goldberg was a slow scene, and that's okay. Everything after that, though.
Honest to God, I didn't need the explanation
Right.
What do you mean?
for Whoopi Goldberg's aging.
Oh.
Yeah,
I didn't either. She doesn't look any fucking different.
They explained. They've already explained
She's
that.
like, we
before.
can age if we want to. I'm like, I didn't need that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we knew that.
I didn't need that. You look fine.
Conversely,
Oh, the Q thing was.
the way they brought Q in was exactly the way we wanted them to do it.
I think it's the way we called it,
It is the way we called it.
and it
In
was
fact, that
so
almost-
well done.
Here's the thing. Go back. This is going to require extra editing, and I'm sorry. Go back to when we talked about Q coming in. I don't know what episode that was anymore, so fuck me, I guess. But I believe we said
If you can find it, cool. If you can't, don't worry about
yeah,
it.
don't worry about it. But I feel like verbatim, we had his line down. Like,
I think the writers listen to our podcast.
Yeah.
Just like we know that the writers are in the Star Trek shitposting group. I mean, John Delancey sure is.
yeah. But yeah, no, I've got to believe that fucking somebody heard us, because we said almost word for word what he says is like, "Oh, you've become so old. Here, let me match." And it's just like that intro was great, and I loved it.
And the look was flawless too. Whoever
Oh, yeah.
edited that, the Star Wars, hire that guy too.
Yeah. Yeah, the CGI for that was really stellar. It may have helped that it was only like half a fucking millisecond.
It's true.
But still, like, it looked great. And John Delancey is delicious. God. He's crazy. I'm like, I hate that I'm going to say this, but I'm genuinely worried for Q's mental health.
Yeah, they've talked about in Discovery this season that they haven't heard from the Q continuum in a couple centuries now.
Oh, wow.
So I'm wondering if something's happening.
Like, is he, like, are they, was it, like, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. But I feel like Discovery may have kind of nudged that plot point a little bit.
Are you trying to find out where we did our Picard prediction?
Yeah, I'm like, it couldn't be episode 139. It has to be way before that or after that. But yeah, we did, and I remember that, and that's why I was looking for it, because I know it was when it was right as soon as it was the last Picard trailer that came out, and it was when Q.
I thought it was after the first one.
No, it was when Q made his appearance. So, which wasn't until later, maybe, or maybe it was the first.
I think maybe it was the first teaser trailer where we get the Queen of Spades image on the desk.
Maybe it was.
It's like not even a trailer. It was barely anything.
My guess is it would have been maybe September
Oh, yeah. So
or possibly June.
that's in another notebook somewhere.
Oh, sure.
I have to really scrounge for that one.
But yeah, no. Spoilers for anyone who hasn't watched the first two episodes of Picard. But we're actually recording on the day that episode 3 came out. So I haven't seen that one yet. But
It's tomorrow.
oh yes, it is
Today's
tomorrow.
Discovery.
Yes, today is Discovery. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I'm used to Marvel.
For some odd reason, mine post on the same day, but I don't know why. On my streaming service, I don't know why.
Well, first 2 episodes of Picard have been amazing. Just outstanding. And, you know...
Fun fact, the gentleman who plays...
I know what you're about to say. Go
yes,
ahead.
the guy who plays the first man, Seven of Nine's fake husband, is the father of the actress who plays Soji.
Really?
Yeah. John Briones.
Oh, that's fun.
Yep.
That is fun. That is a fun fact.
Fun fact for you.
That's an actual fun fact.
Fun facts with Kevin and Nick.
Is that it?
that's
is that our new jingle?
Yeah.
And Rob.
Fun facts with Kevin and Nick.
And Rob.
Better.
Peggy.
Yes, I get my Aunt Peggy moment. Hooray!
Where am I here?
I don't know.
we
Lost control.
That implies we ever had it.
Well, I should have it. Anyways, Picard is absolutely phenomenal. To the point, like, I know a show is good for me when I'm watching it, I'm intrigued in it, I'm into it, I'm getting down with it, and then they cut black credits. I'm like, fuck! Fuck you, motherfuckers!
Wow, I can't remember the last time you fucking maxed the mic.
Well, that's why I backed up. But, you know, when I'm... Because you're like, you want to know what's going to happen, and then they, of course, they cut it right at the perfect point. You're like, you fucking bastard, I want to know. So...
I'm worried that Issa Briones isn't in the season. Soji.
She's got to be.
Because she was there for a blink and you'll miss it moment in the first episode.
Yeah.
Like, we followed very little of what she's doing. And she wasn't at all in the second episode. I have a hope that the resolution to that cliffhanger of episode 2 is that Soji shows up and whoops ass. But I don't know.
I don't think we're going to see her until later.
Yeah,
later in the season,
right?
Because now they're going to go to the past using the Kirk maneuver.
Oh, I love it though.
With the Borg Queen instead of Spock. Just delicious.
I love that they're melding their time travel ideas.
And I love how they're like time travel. It's so easy. It's like you can do the Kirk maneuver, you can do this, you can do that, and then like anybody could literally time travel if they could.
Here's the thing. If it wasn't easy, the temporal prime directive wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
If it was difficult, they wouldn't need to put those rules in place.
Yeah. Also, it's also fun to see Patrick Stewart play a bad guy. I mean,
that was a little weird. I was weirdly uncomfortable.
And how they changed the space, the final frontier, to an evil fucking space, the final place to conquer, whatever he said.
Yeah.
I was delighted at that in his little speech that he was giving, that he was watching himself give. But yeah, and now they're like, yeah, they had Spock, because I don't think people realize how much Spock did get the time travel thing to work. When McCoy also had to point out to him, just guess. He's like, I can't guess.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, have you seen the movie recently?
Yes.
Okay.
Within the past 6 months.
Okay. So he has a throwaway line in the movie where he's talking to McCoy, and McCoy's just like, well, how do you calculate for all the variables? And he goes, so I estimate that. Wait, what? In proper vernacular, I guessed.
Yeah.
And like McCoy is just like, Spock? Or no. Kirk is like, a guess? Spock. That's extraordinary.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
apparently it's been a minute since I've seen this movie.
Yeah.
Well, gotta go watch Star Trek 4 when I get home.
Save the Whales is the best one.
6 is my favorite. But 4 is very, very good. 5 sucks balls. Yeah, he just guessed. But, I mean, the fact that he could do the calculations that quickly.
Sure.
To be like, probably using logic. Yeah. I mean,
I also like the little touch there that they talk about Spock in a very revered sort of idea, but it's so far removed that there's just a little bit of myth there, because I cannot possibly believe that
it's not even that far removed. The Spock was still alive a few years ago.
Yeah.
He was there for the destruction of Romulus, which only happened, I think, 10?
15.
They're not that far removed from Spock. He just ended up going missing. But, like, Spock was not that long ago for these people. Like there are people in the room, obviously besides Picard, who like knew him and spoke with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. In his collection of skulls.
But like some of his escapades are far enough removed that like they go, oh well, he absolutely he did this. They had a brilliant mind on the bridge, whereas like Spock, being the meticulous mind that he is, would have wrote in his report, I guessed. Like he would have written that down, I think, and that particular fact is missing when they talk about it. Like, everyone knows the Kirk maneuver, but nobody remembers that, like, Spock actually wasn't completely sure on his math.
Yeah, but sometimes things get lost in translation. Or he could say, I concluded afterwards that this calculation was correct.
I imagine that's what he did. But I also imagine that he told the full story, like that he gave full disclosure of my calculations were a guess at the time. I have since done the math. They're correct, obviously.
We're still on this, huh?
Yeah, we are. Sorry.
Going on and on. Speaking of which...
Anyways, Picard's great.
Yeah, it is. Something that doesn't look so great, and I don't know why they're continuing on with it. This movie called Prey, which is a new movie in the Predator set in the 1719 Great Plains. If an elite combat unit couldn't barely beat a Predator, and although he did beat him with kind of primitive-esque weapons, and Danny Glover couldn't barely beat him. Could barely, right. So you're going to put him in 1700 Great Plains, huh? Sophisticated against... Okay. All right. We'll see how this one turns out. Yeah. I'm much like the Fast and the Furious, as much as I love the original Predator, and Predator 2 for that matter, stop.
Did you ever watch the Adrian Brody one?
Unfortunately, yes.
I never did. It looks stupid.
It is
never
stupid.
got around to that one. Yeah.
It is stupid. They're all stupid. After Predator 2, they are dumb.
Did you ever speak that way about Aliens versus Predator to me again?
It was dumb.
I would like some popcorn, please, over here. One box. Small. I don't think I need a big one.
Just they're stretching this a little too far. Like same with Aliens. It's just nope. After 2 was great. 3, no.
So we moved quickly on from what we're watching. Did either of you watch The Atom Project?
Not yet.
No.
I was gonna watch.
You sons of bitches. Okay.
I was gonna watch it last night, but I had to finish up.
Yep.
Our flag means death.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, it's very good. I don't know where they got this kid to be the young Ryan Reynolds, but this kid's going places.
Yeah.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Good.
It was good. It was a fun romp. Playing fast and loose with time travel, but who gives a shit?
Don't they always?
Right.
I was gonna either watch it tonight or tomorrow. Probably tonight.
You can do it. We can have a fun little talk about it next podcast
Yeah.
if we remember.
I'll write it down.
I'm actually really behind on my geek watching right now. Just like Turning Red came out, and I haven't seen that yet either.
I haven't seen that yet.
Turning Red.
Pixar's
It's
new movie?
new film.
Oh yeah.
Hints about periods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you could call it a period piece.
Boo. Boo.
Rob quit. He's leaving.
We make some pretty awful jokes on this. Well, pretty fucking pointed downwards.
Well, guys, that's been best threesome ever.
Do we want to get to trailers?
Yeah, I do. Well, speaking of Star Trek, Strange New Worlds.
Oh, goddamn. It was a trailer. It was uneventful.
So this is kind of like supposed to be a different timeline, right? It's not.
No, prime timeline.
Prime timeline. Oh, okay. Okay.
Nick has feelings.
I do. And it's probably not what you're thinking. Probably somebody would be like, oh, the tech's not right or something, blah, blah, blah. It looks like
I would assume that you would make a statement about tech, yes.
No, absolutely not. It's the uniforms. You keep fucking changing uniforms. Stop.
Well, if you remember the original series,
I do.
The uniforms looked like shit.
Yep.
They were hobbled together, often coming apart at the literal seams.
Yep.
They were horse shit.
Yeah, they were.
And they wanted to make them look like they weren't stupid.
But if they're trying to connect it to that universe,
I don't care.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
The ship's different. The tech is different. The people look different.
and then they go to
I hate Ethan Peck as Spock. I really hate the new casting of Vampire Diaries boy as James T. Kirk. He has villain cheekbones. The guy does not come off as this like William Shatner. As much as I hate the guy now, he was beautiful back in the 1960s.
Yeah.
Holy crap, that was a pretty man, and he had these kind eyes, and he was very charismatic, and just had soft features, and was like the kind of guy like he had like the hero physique going on, but like you trusted him.
Right.
I have a little bit of a crush on 1960s William Shatner.
Some might say commanding presence.
Exactly. This guy is like he has I'm blanking on her name. Michelle Gomez.
Yeah.
He's like the dude version of her.
He's got villain face.
He's got villain face, and so it's like I saw the promo shot because they did a shot of him at the captain's chair as Kirk, and I'm like, ugh. So now I hate Kirk and I hate Spock. Uhura's fine.
This is Ian Somerhalder, or the other one?
Huh?
What?
I don't remember.
Actor.
I don't remember the other one. I think
I don't.
The other one?
I also don't like. I also do not like the Spock character they've chosen, because so this is going to meld into. So he's going to end up in the cage.
Paul Wesley.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the other one.
So are they going to end up in the cage episode where they fight each other and sorry.
No,
That's
please.
a different. That's a way different episode, by the way.
It is.
The cage.
No, the episode like from the pilot is long past. We're after that in the timeline.
Okay.
Because remember in Discovery season 2, Pike they went like back to the planet. And like everybody already knew him. He talked to the girl who the girl they cast to be the hot burn victim girl was choice. She looked exactly like her. It was incredible. And that's the thing is like Anson Mount looks so much like the original Pike. And then they said, well, what if we took all these great casting choices where we're finding these wonderful actors who are really talented, who look so much like the original characters, and then just shit on that for these beautiful, handsome, angular men who look nothing like Kirk and Spock, and also fuck you and fuck you.
What about Sulu and Chekhov and Scotty?
Those people haven't been fucking cast yet. I don't care about them.
Okay.
What I care about is Spock and Kirk are terrible choices.
Well, I agree. I don't disagree with you at all.
I've seen a lot of really petty reasons why people don't like the casting of this character, and like he's too old. So he looks 32. I don't care if he's almost 40.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Right.
I hate him because his face is dumb.
There you go.
Way less petty.
Face is dumb.
I can't improve on that joke.
Good. I'm really tired of when you try to. What?
So yeah, New Worlds looks good. I mean, it's got. My favorite thing is when new shows come out too. Is also all the geek boards come alive with what kind of fabric is this, and what kind is this, and then they've already
in the
created,
replica prop form.
Yeah,
Oh god, they're psychos in that fucking group.
Absolutely.
The second you see it, they're working on it.
I'm like, where do you people get the money and time to do this shit? Like, I have projects that I still have to build. I probably could make the time, but I don't.
OnlyFans. Or OnlyFlans. I don't know.
That's the chef version.
We should start an best threesome ever OnlyFans. No, we shouldn't.
Kevin's already working on it.
Yeah, he was.
But like we're in like our best geek attire, like our fandoms.
Right. Yeah.
I like that. That's funny.
Are we not doing this right?
Sorry. Which should be our mantra.
I can show my feet.
I'll show you some ankle. Have you seen Jessica Negri's again?
No, I haven't seen Jessica Negri's. I haven't been on OnlyFans in ages.
She has an OnlyFans and an OnlyFans VIP. And she's working her way steadily up to showing more than just skin. Like, she's like naked, but she won't show her
Like her bones?
No, like she won't show her nerps or.
Oh, I get you.
She's like, and she mentions it. She's like, I'm not up there yet. I'm not feeling comfortable.
Like
enough.
even on her VIP.
Yep. Ugh. Yeah, she's always holding them or whatever.
Money wasted. I mean, no support creators.
Yeah. Anyways, where were we? Strange New Worlds?
Yeah.
So-
Drink.
So Tom, there's a live action Pinocchio with Kevin's favorite actor, Tom
My
Hanks.
favorite actor of all time. You know what? I saw a movie of his I liked. Besides Castaway.
What is that?
It was it wasn't like a big budget movie. It was like post-apocalyptic, and he made like a robot friend.
Okay.
Robot friend.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it was not.
Shit, yeah, baby.
It was not very popular.
It was not, and I liked it.
It was.
Finch. It was called Finch. I mean, it's rated better than News of the World.
It's a true story.
Same level as Greyhound.
Yeah. He's also.
I liked Joe versus the volcano.
Way better than The Circle.
I like.
But anyway,
Splash.
it was good. It was interesting. It was, and I think that's the thing is that I like him in roles where like his grating voice actually matches like the
Character.
the situation and the
Okay.
character. Like he
Yeah.
was this old dying guy. That choked off voice that Tom Hanks has, which is the reason I don't like him, because I can't imagine him as anybody other than Tom Hanks doing Tom Hanks things. That's why I liked Castaway, because he didn't talk very much, and he was on an island for 5 years, so he's gonna sound like that. I don't know. I don't know why I have like these weird fickle things when it comes to what I like him in, and for the most part don't. He's just one of those actors who I can't separate the actor from the character,
Right.
Because he just acts like himself. It's like Samuel L. Jackson, but at least watching Samuel L. Jackson's films are fun.
Right.
Whereas with Tom Hanks movies, they're almost always stupid, boring crap.
Right, because I think Samuel L. Jackson also knows that his
Philadelphia.
he knows his shtick, and he knows how to like. I don't want to say spoof it, but he knows.
Oh
how
my
to,
god! That was sorry. That was just to get Rob to do something.
I was fell right into my trap.
Oh my god.
That was pretty good.
Denzel Washington puts on a masterclass in that film. You shut your whore mouth. Okay, I'm better.
You know that thing where it says it's like Samuel L. Jackson, Will Smith, Morgan Freeman. They're like one of these actors has to go in all of their works. All of those actors, with the exception of Will Smith, were like in Glory. So I'm like, so the whole movie Glory would just be gone because they all act together.
Thank God. How do you keep falling for this? No, I actually really like Glory.
You really don't?
No, I did.
Oh, you did.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what? So, anyways, yeah. So Pinocchio live action to Tom Hanks.
I can wait. Pinocchio looks exactly like Pinocchio, just in computer generated 3D. How novel.
Yeah, and I'm like, why? I guess I don't know. I mean, maybe he's like, sometimes actors pick roles for like their kids or their grandkids, so their kids can see them do stuff. So maybe he's doing it for his grandkids. I don't think he has grandkids.
Hopefully, I
Maybe he
don't
does.
think he's
I
doing it for his kids because his kids suck.
Yeah, maybe he's doing it for the grandkids.
Or at least one of them.
One of
does.
them sucks.
Yeah. Anyways, so
Bring back Jonathan Taylor Thomas's Pinocchio.
Oh my God.
that was horseshit.
You're welcome.
It was complete horseshit.
We're even, Kevin.
Moving forward to better trailers, we got trailer for Ms. Marvel.
Oh my God. Yes. It looks so good.
So very, very good.
Oh,
yes.
this girl is crushing it.
Yes,
I am very excited for this.
I am too. And go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so they've boosted her powers quite a bit.
They have.
But they've also included her regular powers. She did the giant
The
fist thing.
stretchy arm thing, but like it's an energy thing.
This girl's
sort
going to be
of
fucking
Green
OP.
Lantern-y?
A little bit. This girl's going to be OP.
Which some people on the internet have gone nuts and gone like, oh, well, they've drastically changed her powers completely. Like, they did not. Settle. Settle.
I love Kamala, but I will say her powers are just a tiny bit boring. They're basically derivative of Giant Man and Mr. Fantastic. She just uses them better.
Well, yeah.
And they wanted to connect her, I think, power level wise to Photon and Captain Marvel.
Right.
Because they're all going to be in a movie
Because
together.
the Marvels, and she needed to be able to keep up with these other two queens. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it delighted me to watch that whole trailer, and I know I know
it looks so
very
good.
very little about Ms. Marvel, other than what I was introduced to in the X-Men animated series about how Rogue got her powers.
well, that's Carol.
I know,
Yeah.
I know.
Bring in Rogue, you pussies.
Rogue, come on our podcast. I don't know which one. Anyways, because there hasn't been a live action version of one yet.
Yes,
there has.
What am I
She was
smoking
the
crack?
main character
I
in the
know.
first X-Men movie.
We don't talk about those X-Men movies.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we
they
do.
were very good until the third one, but then they got really good again for a little while.
Until the third one
Just kidding.
and the fourth one.
I didn't hate the third one. The fourth one did suck.
Yeah.
Anyways, what was my point?
I don't know, man.
I don't know very. I know very little about Ms. Marvel, and it looks delightful, and I want to watch it right now.
She is an Inhuman, like the Inhumans.
Right? Yeah.
But I think they're going to
Remove that.
remove that plot point since they took the Inhumans and kind of swept them under the rug. Though I hear Anson Mount is going to be Black Bolt and something else, and they're going to bring him in. They're like, "What if you were this and something good?" And he was probably like, "Awesome, I love it. Cool, let's go. I'm king of the nerds now." Wee.
Doctor Strange.
Possibly,
Yeah, I
if
was gonna
he's
say,
if
I
he's
think-
on the Illuminati Council.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe they bring him in for
That's
that.
my hope.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I don't know, she's cool. She's a total fangirl who obsessed over
Carol
over
Danvers.
Captain Marvel,
Yeah.
and after she stopped being Ms. Marvel and became Captain Marvel, she's like, so what if I borrowed your old look?
Yep.
And Carol was like, okay, I like a Picasso.
All right, get off TikTok.
Yeah, it looks good. It's only what 6 episodes? No, 6 episodes.
Yeah, it's gonna be another sixer.
Oh, okay.
They're all-
it'll
they're
be
all fucking sixers.
A mini series then.
Yeah.
I don't mind if there's 6 episodes. Just make them just slightly longer than an hour, like an hour and a half, maybe. I don't know. Anyways,
I'm getting real tired of like recently a lot of shows that were 10 episodes have now been 7. Like Upload. I don't know if you guys watched that show. It's very good. It stars Robbie Amell. And the first season was 10 episodes. Genius. This season, only 7. And it cut off on I can't even call it a cliffhanger. It just felt like it was interrupted.
Like they just stopped it.
Like they were on their way to the climax of the story. And then they cut out. And then it was just done. I was like, no, you have shit to do. You brought up all these things that were about to happen and haven't yet. You have to resolve this. This is bad writing.
Yeah.
I don't know if was there a strike? What happened?
I don't know.
No, not that I'm aware of.
It's like it just ended in the at the 3/4 point of the plot. And I don't understand it. And I'm very upsetty spaghetti. Apparently Space Force also went from 10 to 7.
Yeah,
I wasn't
But
watching
I don't
Space Force,
I don't watch that show, so I don't care.
Yeah.
But it's just something I'm seeing.
Space Force started off great. It's turned to crap.
Remember when you got 24 1-hour episodes?
Yep, I
Yeah.
sure do.
I mean, sure, a lot of them were filler, but
yeah.
still,
Yeah, and you get
I got to watch more stuff I liked.
it's like
I like the British model that they've moved towards in the last few years.
It's the school year because you do this new season. New seasons would always start September-ish, and then you'd watch them
like March to April.
Yeah, because then they would take a mid-season break, and then you'd have like Christmas and the holidays, and then blah blah blah, and then you get back to it, and the school would be done, and then the TV shows would be done. They go into syndication. Yeah, I do remember that.
Fucking days, man.
I know, right? And then when you stream them now, they're like, God, there's 24 episodes. Fuck, take me forever to get through this season. Anyways, so Ms. Marvel. So we got another trailer that came out.
Yeah, I think kind of a big one might have come out.
Was it big?
Yeah. Really? About Ooby Doob, Scooby Doob, Banooby?
Yeah. About space pirates? I don't know. What was it?
No. Have neither of you guys seen fucking Thumb Wars?
Yes, I've seen Thumb Wars.
No, actually, I don't think I ever saw Thumb Wars. I'm sorry.
Let's follow Nick's thought here. I knew it was from Thumb Wars, and then one of my favorite movies growing up besides Thumb Wars was Space Pirates or Ice Pirates. And so I was thinking of Space Pirates from Thumb Wars, because space pirates. Anyways, that's where my brain went with that, and that's why I said space pirates.
I don't remember any space pirates in Thumb Wars.
There wasn't.
Okay.
It was Ice Pirates was my favorite movie, and they were space pirates.
Okay, because he said space pirates and Thumb Wars, and I was confused.
Right.
Okay,
Sorry.
just checking. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we got there.
Ice Pirates with space pirates.
So anyway, the Obi-Wan's character is Ooby-Doo Banooby.
Yep.
He's like, I have the silliest name in the galaxy. What's your middle name? Scooby-Dooby. Ooby-Doob, Scooby-Doo, Banooby. One and the same.
Yeah, Thumb Wars.
Like the best part of that whole...
Yeah.
Calling it film is generous.
I was gonna say I think that's why I never saw them, was because it was just like,
I can't help it. I love fucking Steve Odekirk.
oh, fair enough.
Yeah, and Blockbuster was a thing, and you could find them at Blockbuster.
What's Blockbuster?
His most of them, Bat Thumb sucked. Franken Thumb was stupid, but the Blair Thumb was his fucking opus. It's so good.
I never watched that one.
It's so good.
So a little trailer for Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No,
Yeah.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, yeah.
Yeah, he's on Tatooine looking all Jesus-like.
He is like a little Jesus.
A little Jesus-like, yeah.
And I saw the best meme, and I sat it and think about it. But when he brought up the space binoculars,
Oh, it's been going around.
I know, but I'm sad that I didn't think about it right away. Like,
I know.
Figured, and then they
Best one so far has been Boimler's butthole from Star Trek Lower Decks.
yeah. But I like the Spaceballs one. Where he's
Spaceballs
the
one was good.
That's, that's
We
one.
found shit. Yeah.
shit!
Yeah, that's a fucking great line. Yeah, Obi-Wan
Tuvok.
Kenobi with
You all right there?
they sure are bringing back the pre-Clone Wars characters, aren't they?
They sure are.
Yeah.
One or two of them sure do look like shit.
Yeah, that's okay.
So Rupert Friend,
Yes.
very good actor.
Yes, he is.
Amazing voice.
Is his twin brother Rupert Foe?
Yes.
Cool.
They're cousins, actually.
What about Rupert Grint?
His father. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, there was a better joke, and I'm upset now.
So anyway, he's playing the Grand Inquisitor.
All right.
Yeah.
Lucius Malfoy.
Yes.
Played
Jason
him-
Isaacs.
Jason Isaacs. Lorna in Star Trek. Yet another. Looks very much like him. Very skinny face, and Rupert has kind of an Orlando Bloom thing going on, where he's chiseled, and so when they put this headpiece on him, he looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
He has the fattest head of all time. Mm-hmm. And I'm, me, when they make changes to how people look, I'm usually the first person to say, who gives a shit? But it's because he
Had a certain
look.
look.
He looks goofy. And the
doesn't look
problem
right.
is he doesn't look intimidating.
Sure.
He looks like if I shoved him, he would fall over.
Right. I'm hoping maybe I doubt it, but maybe it's just a post. They haven't finished the post.
No, maybe.
That's possible.
But I doubt it. Now, the
doubt
thing
it, too.
that's actually like, of all the things I can forgive, his giant Uncle Festarian globe, but his eyes are normal. Uh-huh. Like he has white scleras and dark eyes, whereas because this race was introduced in episode 3.
Correct.
They have black eyes.
Mm-hmm. Played by the guy. I'm sorry.
And specifically, the Grand Inquisitor has black scleras with the orange, Sithy irises.
Yeah.
Why? Why he no have? I could forgive so many things if he just had that.
Right. The originally was the character that we saw in episode 3 was played by that great British actor who has all these great parts, but they're always so people forget who he is because they usually put him in makeup. He was the train guy in the Matrix movie. He was the plane guy in Mad Max movies. He was the mouth of Sauron in Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
He was also the race of in episode 3, the guy who he talks to.
Sure.
That's that English actor. I can't think of his name. You know how I am with names.
English McBritishson.
Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. It's him, and yeah.
He's
Anyways,
from Cardiff. It's English McWhalson.
yeah. So we're introduced to a bunch of Clone Wars-esque and post Star Wars, Return of the Jedi characters. The Grand Inquisitor, the one guy with the big hat whose name I can't think of right now.
Bruce Spence.
Thank you. Who is looks like in one of the flash sequences from episode 9, 10, or 7, 8, or 9, where they thought Kylo Ren killed him. He's I forget who he is. The guy with the big goofy hat. You know what I'm talking about? From
Cad Bane?
No, the other guy.
Turd Ferguson.
Turd Ferguson.
There we go.
Who had a big goofy hat?
Turd Ferguson.
The mushroom-looking hat. He was fucking. He was a bounty hunter, I think.
Sticking with Turd Ferguson.
All right.
Yep.
Sorry.
Final answer, Bob.
Anyways, he's in it. The Grand Inquisitor, a couple of his cronies, because as we all know, they went hunting for Jedi.
Sure. Well, I mean, it's one of the brothers and the second some sister, sixth
Right.
maybe. I don't know.
I wonder if they're going to tie into how he. Well, if you don't know the story, and we've talked about it before, the Grand Inquisitor was before he became the Grand Inquisitor was the head Jedi Temple guard at the Jedi Temple, which brought into a wonderful story that I really fucking think is cool. That it was an inside job and how fucking they just walked in there with nobody there because the Jedi guard wasn't anywhere. And they're supposed to be the defenders of the fucking temple.
Almost like they weren't written into the story yet and not shoehorned in by Dave Filoni.
Shut.
I love the temple guards. I have a mask. I have their lightsabers. I spent a lot of money on temple guard shit. I love them. I'm just saying.
Right. Yeah.
These are all characters who are never mentioned in the films proper. And
Yeah.
it's sometimes I struggle with that. I truly do.
I agree.
I still have a bad taste in my mouth from Cad Bane, so I'm very excited to see some characters that I am going to have to watch some cartoon stuff.
It's funny. I was thinking about that when I was editing the last episode. It's funny because Cad Bane's character is like the quintessential spaghetti western character.
Yeah.
And you love spaghetti westerns.
I do love spaghetti westerns. The problem is that Cad Bane was introduced with all of this
backstory. Yeah.
Well, he was introduced and placed on screen, and like the reveal of him was made to be like, look who it is, and I was like, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. like there was this big reveal for this guy that I have never seen before because I don't watch the cartoons.
Right.
And I'm in the minority of Star Wars fans, but I didn't watch the cartoons. So like Cad Bane meant nothing to me. So his story meant very little to me in that show. And if they're going to, I feel like, especially with the Grand Inquisitor, they're going to do it again in Obi-Wan, and I'm just like,
we got some time to prep.
I hope that they do better with the Grand Inquisitor than they did with Cad Bane.
If you don't want to watch the cartoons, I would suggest just going to the Wikipedia page and reading about them because you'll get a great storyline without having to watch.
I cannot recommend Rebels enough.
Sure.
It's short, it's sweet, it's only 4 seasons. The episodes aren't that long, the seasons aren't that long, and the story is really good.
Yeah. And you get some Ahsoka in there too.
You get the greatest Doctor Who of all time as like the avatar of the Force, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Christopher Eccleston?
No, the greatest of all time.
Tom Baker?
You bet, baby.
Ooh. As an avatar of the Force?
Basically, this he's like the tree of life, of the Force, and he talks. You want this in your life,
right?
My pants are really tight right now.
And you'll also see the Grand Inquisitor as the head temple guard, and he takes off his mask because they're not supposed to take off their mask, but he does. It's kind of a big reveal at that moment.
I really need to put together that costume at some point. I love them.
Yeah, they're great. So, anyways, where were we? Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, and apparently they started out the franchise Twitter page with, "Well, hello there."
Duh.
Yeah,
of course they did.
It's his thing.
Yeah, I know it's his thing. Anyways, I'm just thinking of like all the Obi-Wan stuff and storyline and where it went. And by the way, they don't think Cad Bane is dead. They think he's still alive because his little chest battery beepy beepy heartbeat thing was still beeping when he got shot.
Beepy beepy.
So he's probably still alive. Anyways,
maybe you'll get that backstory without watching the cartoons that you so desperately need.
Maybe, yeah.
Which I totally get. I'm not ragging for that. I absolutely get it.
I
do too.
appreciate that. Thank you.
I do too. I think you would like him if you. I mean, like I said, just either read the.
I think Filoni is bad at catch-up writing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's so many books I read where they're really good at like reminding you of what happened, or in really like fluid ways of saying, "Oh, remember me? I'm this guy. You did this to you."
It
That
feels
kind of thing.
natural. It's good. It's not forced upon you.
And Filoni does not know how to navigate that, or
and
his
that-
team of writers don't. Somebody doesn't.
Yeah, and that's what worries me about bringing in this character, the Grand Inquisitor, because you guys are going to tell me all about him, and I'm very excited. And I don't think it's. I don't like the idea that I have to go to the Star Wars wiki to find out just who this character is and why he's important.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that was a lot of what Cad Bane, and that's why he was such a bummer to me, is that like I find out afterwards that like Cad Bane is this wildly integral plot point to Boba Fett. And I didn't know that. You don't get any of that from the show, and I'm worried that's exactly what's going to happen with these Grand Inquisitors, and it worries me, and I'm not a big fan of that.
I think Cad Bane there was a lot more to it because he was the one that kind of taught Boba Fett his way to be a bounty hunter and all that. Whereas like the Grand Inquisitor was Jedi Temple Guard, now killing Jedi, now hunting and helping Darth Vader to
Darth
And
Vader's
Obi-Wan
chief Jedi hunter.
And
Yeah.
Obi-Wan can tell me that in the show.
right. But I mean, I'm just
Tell
saying,
me that.
ease your mind a little bit. Like I think with the Grand Inquisitor, it's a little easier to not. That's what you need to know is that he's Darth Vader's.
I am.
There's more to it, but
I am semi-confident because it seems like they're going to be a bigger part of the show than Cad Bane was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're going to get like the Grand Inquisitor and the sister from like minute one. So I feel like they're going to give us a little something. Just say that,
just
because I feel like even in the trailer they mentioned that they were Jedi hunters. So that makes me feel like we're going to get something. All I know is that with this show, if I don't finally get an actual working, spinning fucking Inquisitor lightsabers, fucking chakra, I'm gonna kill myself.
I don't know how it.
As long as if they put rails in it
Yeah.
that had copper contacts with copper contacts to the battery compartment,
Right.
then that would still keep the electronic connection and it would work still.
Yeah.
As long as they had like a motor that ran the fucking thing on tracks and just fucking copper leads on the rails, that's all you'd need.
Just watch the replica prop prom. I'm sure somebody will make it for
I'm
you.
sure they will.
They're gonna charge you like
and
$8,000
I've
for it.
seen that type of saber on like the Sabersmiths
Yeah.
websites, but none that actually spin. And I want it. I don't even care if it's slow.
So I wanted to get to this comment that
But if it was fast, that'd be cool.
Jeff made on our Facebook page that he made about
Jeff!
when I posted it, that he had a concern with Darth Vader and Obi-Wan meeting because he's concerned with the last time. I always assume that his meeting with, in his words, I'm concerned of reports that Darth Vader would make an appearance, as I've always assumed that his meeting Obi-Wan at the Death Star was the first time they had seen each other since Darth Vader was put in the suit.
I mentioned something about that several podcasts ago, probably when Obi-Wan was announced.
Yep, you did.
And that was they're gonna meet. They're gonna have a kerfluffle. And all they have to do to make this acceptable in my mind is Obi-Wan absolutely schools him once more and says, "You still have a lot to learn."
Yeah, you're still the student.
And that's kind of what I was thinking too. Is like, well, they could. I mean, it still works if they just like you said and had mentioned before that, and we talked about before.
And I think Vader even specifically says learner, not student.
Yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I think.
and now I am the master. Yeah. Only the master.
Only the
Evil,
master of evil.
Ah!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Nerds.
We like Star Wars.
Yeah. So they're going to have a fight because
there we
they've
go.
already talked about how the two of them have already been training together, or at least Ewan McGregor has made a comment in an interview or two about how they've been training together, and he's like, it was just like back at episode 3 was just yesterday, and we're right back into it, and it's like we never really left each other, and it was great. He said it was really great working with him and fighting with him again and doing all the training. So I'm sure they're going to have a awesome kerfuffle. So it'll be good to see. Although I wonder if for this particular thing, if they're going to have Hayden actually fight in the real Darth Vader suit, because obviously he won't be as nimble, or if they'll just make him do the fight, but then CGI the suit. And
Like do it Iron Man style, or
Yep.
neck up. He's in the maybe.
Because I mean, the big thing with Darth Vader was that with all his robotics in his suit, he was less agile in the storyline, the old storyline. So I'm wondering. I mean, it looked badass in fucking Rogue One.
I was going to say, Rogue One is a great example of how you can do that character, make it look really menacing, but also like from that nimble sort of behavior that he had as Anakin. Now it's just brute force.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing with Vader. That's one thing that's remained pretty constant. Is he's the power but clunky.
Yeah.
Even in the couple of the games, Force Unleashed, where the first level of the game you play as Vader, and that's
I remember that.
That's one of the best openings to any Star Wars game ever, because you can't run anywhere, you can't really jump much, but you just you pimp walk through Kashyyyk and leave terror in your path.
Yep.
And then in Jedi Fallen Order, he comes in after the spoiler alert. He comes in after the final boss with one of the sisters, because the final boss fight is with one of the Inquisitors.
Yep.
She fails. He comes in. He's like, "All right, well, you're done." And then your master is like, "You're like, who's this bitch?" And she's like, "No, run, just run." And so you can try and fight him, but it's hilarious. He's like, no. So you run, and he crushes everything in his path just trying to get to you, and it's terrifying, but he's slow and clunky. So you're like, I was the gay kid in that show everybody really likes. You know, the what's the one?
Shameless.
That's the one.
Yep.
I like that show. And the Joker, I guess, but whatever.
Yeah, so it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. Yeah, I think you don't have much to worry about. I think if they write it correctly.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I have my concerns.
I do too.
And this and I don't say that a lot about Star Wars stuff. You know me, I'm very forgiving.
Yeah.
I guess
But I know I'll love it. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I can let a lot go, but at the same time, it's kind of like you can't. You already have something that's in context and in text, and you can't, which they have done. You can't really fuck that up. You know, you can't. You got to do, at least if you're going to do the fan service that you've been doing, don't fuck that up. You know, of all the things not to fuck up, that's probably one of the big ones. In my,
I just we can cut this part if you want, and that's fine. I just want to come back to this idea of like, just look at the Wikipedia, because I shouldn't have to.
You shouldn't. You're right.
Okay. All right.
I just wanted
to get that point across. Is like, I shouldn't have to do that. They should be able to tell a story and tell it well enough that I don't need I can go and find the backstory if I want, and I can go and watch the cartoons if I want, but the show gives me everything I need to know.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3.
Fuck. Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
But on the same note, if you were a director, or if you're a producer, if I was a producer of a huge franchise that has all of this stuff, and I say, hey, we're going to introduce this character, and while a lot of people will know who he is, it will inspire people to go back and watch the other stuff, because I want more people to watch the other stuff and buy their shit. Whatever. You know what I mean? It's a poor excuse.
Yeah, it comes back to the Dave Filoni wank fest. And
that's exactly what it is. He wants to go back and watch my other works, guys.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you, but at the same time, I mean, you have such a huge universe. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's not like Game of Thrones. It's not like Game of Thrones where they can introduce a new character and you're kind of like, and even if they have a huge backstory, you're like, okay, we'll just go with it. Whereas Star Wars, they have such a you know, the story is there, and you're right. You shouldn't have to, but sometimes you got to do the legwork.
Yeah, Matrix 2 and 3.
Anyways, so we get to nerd grabs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, stay tuned after this episode. Again, we're going to do a happy ending for the Batman, where Kevin and I will talk about it because somebody didn't see it. Shocking.
I did not. Nope.
It's just staying on brand.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I have a reputation.
So, just because I want to get through this thing, because I want to get through these things, we're going to talk about my nerd grab real quick. I went to New York the past week. I had a lot of fun. One thing I would my hotel was right across from Midtown Comics, and if you don't know what Midtown Comics is, it's probably one of the premier.
It's the comic store.
Yeah. My work buddy was very upset they had no Ninja Turtles things, which I was actually kind of surprised
Weird.
at. Yeah, no figurines, no statues,
No nothing?
No, I mean they Ninja Turtle comics, but
Oh, well, but
it's like
no figurines.
no figurines or anything. Yeah, or toys or anything.
Yeah.
And he didn't believe me, so I took a video of the place and I said, "See, no Ninja Turtles." But anyways, yeah, I was there for a few days. It was great. It was fun. I did a lot of fun, nerdy things. I saw the Book of Mormon, which I have not seen. My seats were so close, I could read the small print on their name tags.
Nice.
Yeah, I was there. And when I ordered a drink, now apparently in New York, this is what they do in the theater, you get to drink in a sippy cup. So I drank my double Jameson on the rocks in a sippy cup. And
Nice.
And the lady was like, the bartender was like, "Would you like a straw?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, she kind of like handed me like apprehensively. And I'm like, "Listen, when I'm drinking out of a sippy cup, I need a fucking straw." And it's funny because I'm drinking Jameson out of a straw, out of a sippy cup. She goes, "Okay." Anyways, Book of Mormon. I have not laughed that hard at a show in a long time. It is, it's like you're watching a Broadway show, and you're like, "Great, this is a Broadway show," and then you're watching it, and you go, "Wow, it's like I'm watching a live action version of a South Park episode," which is great and fine, and it's hilarious, and the actors are great. The little the guy and all the Star Wars references I really enjoyed, and the girl that played the lead female was beautiful and funny and hilarious. Anyways, so I saw that. I did some nerdy things. I went to the firehouse where Ghostbusters was filmed.
That's super cool.
Took a picture of outside of it.
Yes.
Oh, and I found out. So the first night I was there, I went to dinner with my brother and my nephew and my niece, and we were at one of the oldest steakhouses in New York. Very good. Not very expensive, but very. I mean, it was expensive, but not outrageously expensive. Anyways, we're talking, and my brother's or my nephew goes, "Hey, you know who Mark Ruffalo is?" I'm like, "Yeah, the Hulk. Yeah, I don't know who he is." He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm best friends with his son." I go, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, best friend with his son, and I hang out at his house all the time." I'm like, "Is he there?" He's like, "Yeah, sometimes." I'm like, "That's fucking cool." And apparently he lives blocks away from where my brother used to live, up on 181st. He lives in Washington Heights.
Wild.
Yeah.
You should have gone on over and hung out.
I should be like, "Can I hang out with you and your friend?" It's kind of weird, but
Okay, when you put it like that,
I'm
yes,
here to
that-
play video, James.
should I wear like the hat backwards? I'm his new friend from school.
How do you
bring your skateboard and a go-gurt?
how do you do, fellow kids?
What's up, young persons? I too am so on the go that I eat my yogurt from a tube. Right.
Wait, don't open it yet. Don't open it yet.
I'm not. I'm getting.
Yeah, I'd like to prep it too.
prepping it.
Okay. So I did, and then I went from there. I went to Trinity Church, where Alexander Hamilton is buried. I couldn't get into they blocked off the grave area apparently, so you can't get in. But I got a little picture of his website, his grave site.
This is I got a picture of Alexander Hamilton's website. It's on GeoCities.
Right. I walked across the Brooklyn Bridge, which I've never done, to get to a very wonderful pizza place in Brooklyn.
Somebody in the audience laughed at that joke. I can feel it.
Yeah,
It
they
was
did.
really good.
And
Don't worry about it. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, this wonderful little pizza place that my friend Joe recommended. It was, and you cannot get pizza by the slice. It is pizza by the pizza, and it was delicious. I had a margarita pizza. Oh, so good.
All I want
Worth the walk.
out of life is to get the pizza that was in the beginning of Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. Right? That huge, gooey, that was the best movie pizza that's ever been crafted.
yeah,
true.
That's fair.
What else did I do? That was nerdy. I went to the 9/11 memorial.
Not very nerdy.
Not
Not super nerdy, but very cool. Very, very cool. I highly recommend it. It was very moving and very cool to see, and very much when you walk through it, pretty much if you are old enough to remember what you were doing on that day and watching all the news stories and everything, It brings you right back to it because they're playing little news clips and everything. So very cool to see if you like that kind of stuff or if you have any interest in it. So very cool. And what else did I do? That was about it. Oh, and I went to Midtown Comics and ate lots of food. So what I bought were these little things. They're little what if collectible bag clips is what they say. But what I want to do is do you want the one that's in front of you or do you want to trade it?
Oh, there's a game?
Yes.
Oh.
This is why I wanted to
wait. Who goes first then?
Well, this is how I'm going to decide it. I have a number written down here between 20 and 30.
Can I squish yours?
Yeah. I also pre-started it for you there, just in case.
Between 20 and... well, we can trade between all three of us. So, Rob, between 20 and 30, pick a number.
27.
Kevin.
Between what? I'm sorry.
20 and 30.
What a weirdly arduous number. 21, I guess.
Kevin's the closest. It was 23.
Okay, cool.
So, you can choose. Do you want to trade with somebody... or do you want to keep the one? It's Monty Python theory.
I'm gonna keep the one I have. I'm sticking with it.
All right. So then we'll do that. That's what we'll do.
We're not all going to make this choice?
No.
Only Kevin gets to make...
Well, because he was the one that picked the number, and out of the three of us...
I thought it was going to go around and we're going to play a whole game of grab the cock or something. I don't know.
All right. So anyway, let's rip them over. They're mysteries. We don't know which one it is.
Cute.
Oh, dope.
Oh, I should have traded.
You should have traded.
I was feeling it. He felt tall, but
Yep.
I
got the Hydra Stumper.
I got his cousin.
Yeah, hey, look at that. Yeah.
Nice.
So they're little...
Kissing cousin. Shut up.
I don't know why they call these bag clips. It's like a keychain, I
Because
guess.
it's got a bag clip on it.
Oh, a bag clip. I was thinking like a chip clip, like a...
No, it goes on your backpack.
Amazing.
Yeah, I get that now. Thank you.
That's great.
Anyway, yeah. So I got a little. I got T'Challa Star-Lord because it's what if.
Yeah. That's why I said cousins.
I know. I'm fucking dumb.
Yeah, and then Kevin made him kiss and made it weird.
Yeah.
But they had they
Kiss.
I mean,
Little kiss. No. Give me. No. Quit trying to lick my Killmonger.
and I.
Rob's about to quit again.
hold on.
Hold my beer.
Hold on.
Hold my beer.
First of all, I would be honored.
I know. I was trying to figure out a way to.
Yeah, clip it on there. Well, I got your cool little keychain up here, so I'm gonna just
Sure.
clip it on that bad boy. There you go. I have
This is going in my car, so I'm not gonna.
Star-Lord T'Challa.
I'm not gonna
chilling.
pretend to put it.
Well, I was thinking about putting it on my backpack for work, but I was like, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
I have a wrecker one too.
Do you?
Yeah,
Nice.
on my on one of my damn coats.
Yeah.
Sure.
I want to say the red one.
So anyway, that was my nerd grab. I think that's all I did. I just went on a trip to New York and bought these fun things at Midtown Comics. Yeah.
Kevin, you want to go next, or?
Playing a lot of games right now, man. A lot of stuff came out. There was nothing for a long time, and then suddenly everything.
That's kind of where I'm at too.
So I am playing Horizon Forbidden West.
Yeah. I hear it's very good.
It's very good. The graphics, the skybox it's insane.
Cool.
And I do love that Aloy. I am also playing Elden Ring because I hate myself.
Yeah.
I am not good at FromSoft games.
Sure.
I can do Souls Light, like your Jedi Fallen Orders and what have you.
Yeah.
But I'm not good at these games. But Elden Ring, I'm still having fun.
Okay. It's brutal but fun.
It's yes, because A, there's a map.
Nice.
And B, you can jump. And for those who are maybe just starting it or haven't figured this out yet, jump heavy attack. It has all the power of your full heavy attack without the wind up. It is a game changer. Also, if any enemies do any ground attacks, just give yourself a little hop, and it will do nothing. So there's Kevin's tips of the day.
Nice.
It's if you've ever played a FromSoft game, your Dark Souls, your Bloodborne, your Sekiro's, same sort of dynamic. You make the world's ugliest character known to man. There's no making them attractive. It's not in the cards.
Never going to happen.
You pick a class that doesn't matter, and then it just kind of throws you into the world and says, "Have fun, you stupid dickhead." And then, like a stupid dickhead, you venture forth. It has the same dark, very gritty atmosphere, but this one has like this kind of elven motif to it. There are these giant golden trees kind of across the background, as it were, and beautiful game.
Cool.
FromSoft games have never been like the most graphically powerhoused, and this one isn't. I wouldn't say is the strongest contender for graphical titan.
Sure.
So far, still probably Horizon. But it's still a very beautiful game, and there's a boss straight out of the gate that will teach you a thing or two about expectations in life. So it's pretty neat.
Nice.
And then the third game I'm playing is Final Fantasy Stranger in Paradise: Final Fantasy Origins. It is basically the prequel to Final Fantasy 1.
Oh.
You were playing as the same characters.
Oh.
It's basically, it has the same boss. But it also has some time travel stuff, so you delve into dungeons from other Final Fantasy games.
Oh.
And so it's basically like how these worlds are actually connected through how the Final Fantasies are connected to each other through kind of the space-time shenanigans.
Instead of thematically as they always have been.
So that is a very interesting thing, and it is a Souls-light.
Okay.
But way easier.
Sure.
And it's I've only played like the first mission or so, but it's interesting. It also has a lot of like Final Fantasy 14 isms, like you change jobs by changing weapons.
Sure.
That kind of a thing. It's interesting though. So that's been my day.
Yeah. So
Sounds like fun.
So I'm still dinking around on my little Nintendo Switch. I finished up Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Nice.
Story was fine, I guess.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Yeah.
I do not have as big of a problem with the graphics as you did. I understand why you don't like them. I'm not playing them I'm not playing a Pokemon game for the graphics. If I'm honest,
Just saying that it's the most popular and highest earning franchise in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Number one.
They could have done a lot better on the graphics.
They have so much money.
They do have so much money. They could have done a lot better on the graphics,
And that is where my gripe comes from. It's because they should be able to, and they purposefully don't.
That said, the mechanics to the game are amazing.
Exquisite.
I love that. I really hope, moving forward, all Pokemon games use this mechanic. At least a little bit. They don't have to do all of them.
The next one will be the new gen.
Crimson and Violet or whatever.
Yep. My precious little Fuecoco bean.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, can I interrupt real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I had a commission piece done, a little digital art thing where
I saw this.
Where she took an image of me as Gravitas. And, and I told her what Pokemon I wanted, though I wish I had changed Squirrel to Blastoise since I took out Pyro. Anyway, so I gave her a team of 6, and she drew them around me in this fun little background, and it came out great.
Yeah, it looks really good.
It's adorable, and she did great work, and it was like $15.
Oh, nice.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm paying you more.
Yeah.
So I paid her her asking price to start it, and I paid her another set of her asking price to finish it.
Yeah.
It's
like a local person, or
no, I found her on Reddit in one of the Pokemon groups. So if you check, go to Draw with Carrots.
Okay.
and she's taking commission, so I don't mind shouting her out.
Yeah, I'm looking at her. I'm looking at her.
He's
right
looking
now.
at it right now. I
Yeah.
can see it
It's
right over there. Yeah.
It's there. You are.
Yeah,
There he is.
Yep. With a little leafy on
And a
Adorable.
little fucking cape on. I love it. Dig it.
yeah, my green shoulder cape.
That's
So
why
I'm a loser. And I have a Mewtwo because I always like asking people, what would your dream 6 be? You can only be one mythical or legendary. Go.
Sure.
And I actually think I've now discovered a new Pokemon that I didn't know about before because I haven't played many of the games, kind of 3 through 7. I've tooled with them a bit, and my knowledge has expanded because of Pokemon Go. But there is a, and now, goddammit, I don't remember his name, but he's like a steel psychic lion Gundam, and he's awesome. So he might replace Mewtwo as my legendary.
Nice.
Some Gundam style.
No.
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 So I finished up Pokemon Legends. I picked up. I'm a sucker for these games, and I know that. I picked up Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and it's fun. I love the Mario Kart games. I think they're adorable and so much fun to play.
Solgaleo. It's Solgaleo.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, all right, good.
But yeah, Mario
Just
Kart.
edit that back in over at the other end. We're gonna make you do lots of editing this time.
We're going to suggest lots of editing. Making is
fair.
another is a
Yeah.
completely different thing.
True story.
And then last week there was a sale for $40. I could have the download of all 3 BioShock games, and so I got them. Mm-hmm. And I'm now currently playing through the first one again, which in remastered graphics is a lot of fun.
It is. I bought that edition too. I have it on the PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
Also,
Yeah.
I'm going through 1. I'm trying to decide if I want to play 2 or not.
I may skip 2 to go play Infinite, and then
Infinite is so good.
I've heard. I've tried to play it. I did get it on Steam. I got Infinite on Steam, and I started playing it. Oh God, when did I start playing it? Yeah, January of 2021.
I was expecting you to say like 2014.
No. I started playing it January of 2021, and if you know anything about the plot of that game, it was not a great time to start playing it.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So I couldn't get to it, but I'm hoping now that there's been enough time passed, and a lot of the people who stormed the Capitol are going to jail. I will be more comfortable playing Infinite.
Federal prison.
Yes, federal prison.
Jail time you spend less than a year in.
Oh,
Prison time is over a year.
oh, okay.
And it's federal prison, so because it's a federal building.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the game BioShock Infinite is revolves around a sort of
Revolution.
alternate past where this group of people goes off into the sky on a floating city essentially, and they treat the founding fathers of America as gods.
Huh.
It's very nationalistic. It's
Right.
very white supremacist. It's
Wow.
and it was like I just picked the wrong time to start playing it because it was really uncomfortable because it was so soon after the insurrection.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I've been playing right now. And I'm gonna bite the bullet and get Pikmin eventually. I swear.
I hear the new one on Switch is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that it for Nerd
I
Grabs?
think that's it.
I don't think I got anything else. Nothing much. All right. This has been Best Threesome Ever, episode 148. Stay tuned for the happy ending of The Batman after, where we will definitely spoil the shit out of it. So if you haven't seen it, don't listen. If you have, listen and let us know what you think. So yeah, Best Threesome Ever, episode 148, brought to you by Heroic Goods and Games and Jaybird Wines. I'm Nick.
I'm Rob.
I'm Kevin.
We'll see you next time.
Welcome to Best Threesome Ever's Happy Ending, a spoilerific review of whatever movie we just saw, where we discuss all of the things that got us there.
All right, welcome back. This is a happy ending for The Batman that Kevin and I saw. Of course, Rob didn't see it. No, it's all right because it's following suit.
I don't think there's too much to spoil.
Not really. I mean, there's no big reveals or big surprises.
And it's not connected to anything. It's the only kind of sneaky thing was towards the end of Arkham, but we can get to that later.
Yeah, there was that. This is probably now my favorite Batman movie.
Yep.
And I didn't really have much wrong with it, or like I didn't have many issues with it. Robert Pattinson as Batman did not bother me. I thought he was like the emo thing kind of got a little old. But I mean, just me. That's just me personally. Like, I think I don't know how to describe it exactly, but like he was just. I just kept seeing fucking what's his nuts from the '80s. Kyle MacLachlan. I just kept seeing Kyle MacLachlan. That's all I saw, man. So I kept thinking about Dune, but I thought it was great. I thought the story was great. The Riddler was fucking insane. I'm like
Paul Dano fucking crushed it.
Absolutely did. Like, and I was thinking while I was watching, especially one of the scenes one of the recorded scenes that's in the movie when he was freaking out and all this stuff and going insane. Actually, the scene where he's in the jail cell and he's like, "Oh, we're together," blah blah blah. And I'm like, people are watching this going, "This is fucking amazing," and I go, "This is some people I've dealt with before in my life," and he nailed it. Fucking just, it scared me. I was scared of him. I don't want the Riddler. He's scary. I do appreciate, I don't know if it was purposeful or an actor's choice or what the deal was, but the glasses that the Riddler wore, same ones that Jim Carrey wore in Batman.
Were they?
Yes. Well, I don't know if they're the exact same, but they're the clear glass lens. The frame looks almost exactly the same, which I thought was, I don't know, like a little callback or a whatever, but the Batsuit looked good. It was dark. Fucking what's his name? His Gordon was awesome. That Zoe Kravitz that plays Catwoman was amazing. I loved how her little cat suit worked.
Oh yeah, it was very cool.
Yeah, like her claws were actually her nails, but like when she put on the cat suit, it was like the gloves just stopped right below her fingernails.
Holy shit, they are the same.
Right. So they stopped right below her fingernails. Oh, it's just fucking great. You didn't? Yeah.
I didn't notice that. That's fucking crazy.
Right. I had to look. After I saw it, I had to look. I'm like, those look exactly like the ones that Jim Carrey wore.
That had to have been on purpose.
Yeah, maybe. God, it was so good. The Batsuit being a little. Is the Batsuit always been bulletproof like that? Because it looked like the.
No, this like it's always in the movies. I would say they've tried to make it, if not bulletproof, bullet resistant.
Right. Well, like the chest piece, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it seemed like the whole suit was
bulletproof in this one.
Right. Which
like really bulletproof.
Yeah.
Like
insane.
I don't think this exists yet. Bulletproof.
Right. Because it looked like the cow was made of leather, and then when he takes around in the head, and you go, it dinged, and it. No, can't be. Must be something wrapped in leather. I don't know, but I would imagine it'd be very heavy. It was sparking like I don't know.
Yeah, but like people took shots at him, and he walked right into him like he was goddamn Clark Kent.
Right.
So good on him for that. But
the fight scenes were amazing.
They were brutal.
God, yeah.
Like you get a taste of it in the preview with that where he beats the shit out of that one guy, but that is every fight in this, and that includes Catwoman.
Yeah.
Their combo fights were insane.
It was very good.
She has her whip briefly in this movie too, except it's chain link and not leather. She is not polite with it either.
No.
Oof.
Right. I like how she keeps referring to him as Vengeance.
Right.
I like how they didn't really change his voice. Like he was Bruce Wayne, he talked, and when he was Batman, he talked, and
he did not spend a lot of time as Bruce.
No,
he was kind of the grifter a lot,
right?
And he was Batman a lot, and I think this is the reason for that is they're going for sort of the that year two. He's trying to figure himself out, like how to.
Right.
He hasn't figured out the work-life balance yet.
Right.
And that's why
brother.
all of the complaints that he's not like doing the Playboy schmoozing thing. I'm like, yeah, he's not there yet. No. He's just coming back from training. He's still very mad.
Right. And this is not connected to any one of the other.
Nope, not connected. But they didn't see fit to give us the origin story again, and thank God for that.
Yeah, I think that's been beaten to death.
No dropping
knows.
pearls.
Not a pearl was dropped.
No, but they did change the backstory of Martha.
So the backstory was changed. Martha Wayne was not Martha Kane; she was Martha Arkham. And that was kind of the Riddler's whole motivation was the corruption of the rich, and he was again one of those villains where like, you're making a lot of good points, but I don't like the way you're making them. He was very much the incel army. The forums on 8chan kind of a Riddler.
Yeah.
And it made for the perfect villain. And there were some things he was absolutely right about, but there are also things that it's like, well, if you'd stop and listen for a second instead of trying to kill a bunch of people, maybe we can figure this out together.
Right.
Sure.
And that the fact that they pretty much said that the Waynes and Arkham built Gotham City was kind of like...
Well, I mean, the Waynes
did.
Yes, and so did Arkham.
Right.
Just not Martha. Arkham. Just not Martha's Arkham.
Right.
Well, I mean, in this one, yes, Martha's Arkham, but Martha was never attached to Arkham in the comics.
Right.
But Arkham was very much of the old money, and that's also how like the Court of Owls came to be. And
which
I thought they were going to do something with that, and there were a couple of hints that they were going to touch on it, and then it never actually came to any fruition. So maybe the next movie, we'll see.
Maybe,
especially with this, a lot of kind of Illuminati. Sort of a thing seems to be really prevalent right now.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Batman. You hit on something I was going to mention. Fuck. What was it? I don't remember.
Butts.
Butts.
So when we talked about the gentleman who plays Druig in Eternals, as unseen Arkham prisoner.
I've heard about him.
Okay, so you do know who he plays?
I know who he plays. Yeah,
it's so annoying.
Yeah, I don't mind, but that's the thing. You and I have different opinions on spoilers.
We do. I have a good one, and you have a bad one. So he was the Joker, very very breathy, sensual Joker.
Nice.
Yeah. They were clearly scheming, and it also seems like there was a good amount of Two-Face set up. So I think he might be the villain of the next one.
Right. At first I thought it was Two-Face, and then it was like, nope, that's the Joker. No, I was going to say that. Did you notice that it was very, very true to form of modern day things when they were showing the Riddler's his live stream? That the comments on he's reading the comments on the side. Like, what is he wearing? Oh yeah, rifles are best. And then they were like, oh, you can buy this thing at the hood. It's a winter blah blah blah, and you can buy them at Arkham Military Supply Company.
It's literally like being in our replica prop forum group.
Yeah, exactly. They're already trying to decide how they're gonna, and then which is kind of like the setup for something that happened when they band together in all of Vendetta style.
His end game is that there's a bunch of Riddlers and.
Okay, sort of an anonymous / 3%.
Very much.
Yeah, okay.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Charlottesville.
And how they... My one problem was, how did they all get inside of that building when there would have been high security if the mayor's making a conversation? And how do they get the fuck up there?
Well, how they get there, they were there when it was already being turned into an evacuation shelter.
Oh, that's right.
They didn't show up until after the flooding.
But her event was happening there. How did they get into the event with their rifles and everything, and then get up top in the rafters? And then it became because remember the stage comes crashing down.
Yeah,
that was her stage.
Yeah, I know.
Right. So how did they get there? How did they get up there with all that stuff? With all the security that would have been around that place?
They were all the hired bouncers. They were the security.
You're just making that up.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, but it also makes sense.
I guess, but bringing in rifles would be, I don't know. I'm sure there's a story about it, but it's one of those things. I'm kind of
Somebody in security was part of that forum.
Okay.
And you know that.
Yeah.
Because these dick lickers stick together.
I was going to say, this does not sound far off from several
It was
real life.
terrifyingly realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you could see what was going on.
Right.
So there's my gripe.
Was it too dark?
Oh, it was dark. And I was also, this was compounded by the fact that I went to the Imagine in Willow Lake, which is a startlingly dim screen already. I saw Eternals there the first time, and then I saw it again with Nick over here. And it was like I was watching a completely different movie.
Sure.
Did we see it at the same theater you saw it at?
No, we saw it at...
A different one.
Oh, we went to
Marcus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to the one over at
And so I do want to see it again. And I'll probably end up going to a different theater. I went with Sabra, of course.
Sure.
And hopefully when we see it again, she can see the movie for the first time.
Did you stay till the end?
Of course I did.
Of course you did. All right. So apparently the website's a real website you can go to.
It is.
I haven't gone to it, but apparently you can go to it.
You can go to it.
I mean,
And it was quick. It was just, like you hear the little noises, and then they show like the question mark thing, and then it split second flashes a website, and then it's done.
okay.
I think it's the one that he types into the web browser.
I think so.
Yeah.
But it's a blink and you miss it sort of a thing. But people are eagle eyed and have brought it up.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very good. I mean, I was very, very pleased and happy with this movie. And like I said, it is now my favorite Batman movie. And I think if they stick with it, might be able to compete head-to-head with Marvel for the DC universe.
How's Arbats?
Fantastic.
He was incredible. He's I think maybe tied with Batfleck for my favorite portrayal of Batman. But they're also portraying Batman in two very different stages of life.
Yes.
So it's hard to make a direct comparison.
Sure.
It's easy to compare him with, Christian Bale's because the
that
tone
one's
is
a little bit more.
the tone is similar, and you see that him go from where Robert Pattinson is to where Ben Affleck is because you get such a lifespan of Batman in those movies.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Keaton is still my favorite, and I can't explain why, other than maybe it's just more of that was my first. Well, besides Adam West, obviously, it was my first movie version of Batman that I saw that I was just intrigued by and loved. And
did you hear how fast he backpedaled once he realized that you were going to have opinions on his opinion?
I don't care if he doesn't like.
Oh, okay.
I didn't hear you backpedaling. I don't like Michael Keaton as Batman, but I say that
but
in the fact that I just don't like what Tim Burton
did with it.
Did with it.
Yeah.
He should have never been given that IP.
And we've talked about this before.
And we have. I will repeat this until the day I die.
Yeah.
That being said, I am very excited to see Michael Keaton return to Batman because because I think that how Michael Keaton has grown as an actor, I think lends itself better to the character of Batman.
Yeah.
When Michael Keaton was a young buck, he was all of his characters were crazy and silly, and he would have been an amazing Joker.
Yeah. Very broad comedy.
This is probably one of his first more, I don't want to say serious, but more serious roles, straight, not comedic roles.
My least favorite thing Batman has ever done in a movie is in I think it's the first one, where he goes, "Let's go nuts, come on!"
Yeah, that's the first one.
That's the Bruce Wayne.
Oh, no.
That's my least favorite part in any Batman movie.
Oh, God. All right, hang on. We got to fix this.
There, it's
okay,
fixed.
I got it.
They just pop in and out. It's okay. He didn't break anything.
Visual gag on an audio podcast. So I pulled the damn mic arm out of the damn holder.
Yeah, it was pretty.
And then I just held the arm to my face for a minute. So anyway, I am excited to see him return as Batman. I think he will lend himself much better, especially after Birdman and Vulture.
Yeah.
I think with the proper director, he's going to be a great sort of end of his career, Batman.
Do you ever hear Michael Keaton tell the story about when they were filming Birdman? So when he's running around outside in New York, like, it wasn't really planned. They're just like, we're going to run around and just kind of see what happens. And
sure.
There wasn't like normally they stage it with extras and blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
So there's people like doing whatever. And so I guess between takes, one of the producers or whatever goes, he's like, Mike, come here. Yes, he is. And he goes, this burly fucking big ass construction worker. It's like 1 a.m. or whatever. And he goes, he comes over and he goes, check this out. You got to see this. And he rolls up his sleeve and he's got this fucking Beetlejuice tattoo, this beautiful, just gorgeous Beetlejuice tattoo. And he's looking at it, like, wow, that's amazing. He goes, and then he goes, the construction worker's like, yeah, and? You done yet? And like fucking walks away like he didn't. I don't think he realized who he was talking to. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Hawkman over here seems to like my stupid tattoo.
So Batman, fuck, it was good. It was very, very good. I was absolutely blown away. And this is what I don't get. People bitched about how long fucking Endgame was. People bitched about how long whatever else was. And now this movie is 3 hours long. Don't hear one complaint about it.
I've heard a ton of complaints.
Oh.
And every single one of those people can suck a fucking egg. I'm getting my money's worth. Thank you, production company.
I mean, were there parts that could be a little bit shorter and not? There are some parts that weren't necessarily sure, but I don't think it ruined the movie to me. I don't feel that it dragged it anymore. I mean, it was not super fast paced, but I don't feel it dragged at any moment. It kept you interested. It kept you involved in the movie. I don't feel that the 3 hours. I didn't even feel like it was 3 hours.
No, it went by so quick. Even with Queen snores a lot next to me. Saber fell asleep.
Oh.
The
gotcha.
whole movie.
It's not a quick paced movie.
It's not, sure. but it's the right kind of slow burn.
Yes,
it's the slow burn that keeps you interested, not a boring, stupid slow burn like Year of the Dog, that really shitty Frontier Benedict Cumberbatch movie that's up for awards, even though it sucked. It was terrible.
I kind of want to compare it to Dune, where it's like Dune was. Maybe even like the original Dune, but even the current Dune too. There's a lot of story that they're telling, but it was a slow burn. And this one was not. I mean, it was the same length, but it didn't bother me, not one bit.
I'm curious about Colin Farrell.
If you didn't know with absolute certainty it was Colin Farrell, you would never believe it was Colin Farrell.
That is true. It's very true. And John Turturro as
Falcone.
Oh my God, dude. Beautiful. Like, I would put him up there with an Al Pacino mobster or a fucking Robert De Niro mobster.
Yeah.
He was scary.
Cold as ice.
Yes. And oh God, so good.
Nice.
Colin Farrell absolutely killed it.
I was going to ask because I'm still a little salty that Richard Kind was not the Penguin.
I know, and even though he looked exactly like him, he brought out this pinpoint New York gangster accent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a hint of Irish in anything he said.
Okay.
And he was fat and balding and a tough guy, and you would never believe it. He was when you talk about character actors, Colin Farrell is one of those guys who's, again, usually just Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
And this is probably his best work.
I was going to say, I've heard, he seems to have made the transition into, from the leading man thing he was doing in the mid-2000s to good, older character actor work now.
Yeah. I would compare this makeup to Heath Ledger in Joker, where you watch Joker, or not in Joker, as Joker, where you watch him and you go, I can't see Heath Ledger in there. I mean, maybe you can, but for me, it's like it takes me a while to watch it.
I absolutely see.
I don't. I don't. And then, but this one is like, I love Colin Farrell as an actor. I love just about anything he's in. And this one, you're just like, that is not, there's no way that is Colin Farrell. Like, you just don't, because when he does it in an American accent, it's just kind of his normal, I don't know how to describe it, but he's got this, he does the same American accent. But this one is just, like you're saying, this gritty New York fucking mobster, but has this weird, insane side to him. Just knows he just is not the guy to fuck with, and God, it was so good.
Joe Pesci, if he was full grown and had a deeper voice,
Right, and has a funny moment when they leave him handcuffed there. Like, just has a little comedic moment. He's like, hey, what about me, guys?
That worked. that was an excellent description. Thank you. I can see it now.
It was so good.
Yeah, move it up on your list.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
it was unbelievably good. I was not disappointed one bit. And people that want to bitch about Robert Pattinson as Batman, go fuck yourself. I think he just proved himself.
Yeah,
And if you can't see it, then fuck you. You're dumb.
Fuck you.
Wow.
I just two things that two very small changes I would make. Just the contrast, just a couple notches, just one or two.
Yeah,
Sure.
I would enjoy seeing your film.
Yeah.
See, where I saw it at AMC, it was fine.
Yeah. And the other one, but I mean, even people who went to normal theaters are still saying it was a little on the dim side. And the other one is I hated his stupid hair.
Yeah,
Sure. It was
Is Spider-Man 3 hair?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I did see a great meme that was everyone leaving the Batman in theaters, and it was just a scene where, Peter Parker sees a mirror and fluffs his hair down into that emo look. Fuck it. It bothered me a little. Like, I get it. They wanted to boyish him a bit, but
Sure.
boyish him a bit, a little still salty, broody about everything, and I get it too. But at the same time, I saw
it was distracting.
It was. I kept seeing fucking just emo Kyle MacLachlan, and I couldn't get over it, and I needed not to see
That's an image. Thank you.
But like, I'm with Kevin. Like, he's just a little too like when he's dressed up as Bruce Wayne and makes that big appearance, his hair is like all fucking emo-y. You think he would have, as a playboy, he would have done something,
swept it up and back a little bit,
cleaned himself up a little bit. Not that he wasn't clean, but that
All right. So, final thoughts on it. What do you? I think I'll start with Nick, because I know where you're gonna be, Kevin.
it's fucking awesome. Go fucking see it. This is a way, if you want to see how mobsters and an evil psychopath should be in a movie, go see this movie, because they fucking nail it. John Turturro, Colin Farrell, and I'm sorry I forget the actor's name that plays the Riddler. Fucking
Paul Dano.
Thank you. Amazing. Just absolutely amazing. And Zoe Kravitz is amazing.
I do have a quick question. This didn't feel overly stuffed.
No.
Okay.
Not one
I
bit.
was just curious.
Not one shoehorn thing in, not one.
It all felt organic and natural.
Yeah.
Good.
And Kravitz and Pattinson's chemistry between the two of them was very good.
Believable.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, I feel like Zoe Kravitz is the type of person where it's difficult not to have chemistry with her. Right. She is yowza. B, she comes off as this very down to earth, very easy to get along with type of person. Like, anytime I've seen an interview with her, so I just get the feeling that she's really easy to work with.
Yeah.
Excellent. Kevin,
and
final
also
thoughts?
yowza.
Yeah.
It much like my take of Ben Affleck. I like that they have brought out Batman's fighting style a little more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where you actually get to see him fight instead of just kind of throw his body around. One thing we didn't touch base on is that the fact that this is very much an old film noir detective movie, including Batman having narrative over what's going on.
Oh.
Like, he's like,
Like, he does
the
narration.
streets are grimy at night, and I'm the only solution, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
where he's suddenly a dame walks in, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
It has that vibe to it, like the
Yeah.
old fucking
Detective.
Dick Tracy kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much
Detective
your-
comics.
So
Yeah.
it's sort of a Humphrey Bogart type.
Exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
He does that exact same kind of narration style, and it really focused on him being a detective and working with Gordon, and the fact that Gordon kept calling him in to help investigate, and the other cops were not fucking cool with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, those attention to detail was incredible, and just the whole film noir vibe. I really dug.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked how the story kept you kind of guessing. As I'm like, what's the end game here? Where are we going with this? Like, where does it all play out to? And then you get to the end, you're like, oh, got you.
As you should in a film.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, well, it's like some movies become predictable, and you can predict the end, and you go, okay, it's all that coming.
And sometimes at the end, you're yelling at the lead female character not to get back with the lead male character because he's a piece of shit who learned nothing.
I think you've talked.
know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, we sure do. That crappy Valerian movie.
We do not speak that name in this house. That's why I was being subtle.
Yeah, it was good. Go see it.
Go see it.
All right.
I'm assuming if you're listening to this part, you've already seen it. So let us know what you think. If you agree with us, disagree with us. If there's any part, we comment on our Facebook, Instagram, or our email at b3ecomments@gmail.com.
Follow us on TikTok. I promise we'll make more content soon.
yeah.
Yeah, we will.
It's getting warm again, so we'll be able to go outside and do stuff.
Yeah, gotta bring the helmets.
See if we can stay on top of a trend and not 10 weeks behind.
Yeah.
It's our MO, though. So this has been, again, happy ending for Best Threesome Ever, episode 148, brought to you by Heroic Goods and Games and Minds Eye Comics. Or not Minds Eye Comics.
Wow.
Jaybird wine.
Them too. I was thinking of comics, Batman,
Are they in
Detective
Egan?
Comics. Nope. They're in Burnsville.
No, they're so far north.
Heroic Goods and Games and Jaybird Wines. I'm Nick.
I'm Rob.
I'm Kevin.
And we will see you next time. Bye.
The views held here by the nerds of Best Threesome Ever do not directly reflect the views of nerds everywhere.